Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to St Benedict's School in Ealing for a Super League game between Polonia SideOut London and Bristol Ladies Volleyball Club. I'm joined with Frankie Moore, Polonia Club President. How are you feeling about today, Frank?
I'm really positive today. It's our last match of the season. We have played Bristol before, I think at the beginning of the last half of the season, in January, and we won. I'm quite pleased about that, and so I'm expecting another win today.
Okay, so it's, we're looking at the Polonia lineup to start the game. We're looking at Costanza Rossi is starting at one as setter, with Leah Blight playing opposite, and then we have Katerina Plesinska and Angelique Sergey through four outside hitters, and then you've got Duga Yetkinjon and Esther Nagy going through the middle for Polonia. That's their starting six. Referee's just about to get the game going. It's a season of two halves, really, isn't it? Funny enough, that's what Volleyball England wanted, that's what we've got.
Never a true word said, Ian, never a true word said.
The girls struggled, obviously, in the first part of the season, but then in the second half, they're 100% record at the moment. And coming into this, keep 100% record, they'll finish in a pretty good position. There's no doubt they're not going to get relegated, but obviously, Bristol the opportunity today to secure their place for next season. So we'll see what happens. Here we go, first serve. It's a strong block in the middle from Esther Nagy. Obviously come in mid-season and made a big difference to the Polonia team. And Sandra Rossi the serve again. Good strong serve straight on the libero. The referee's called a net foul there. So it's 1-1. And we have Georgia McGovern coming back to serve for Bristol.
That's a nice serve.
I'm going to say that was going to be four, wasn't it? It's definitely going to be four, so Bristol take an early lead at 2-1. What's been made a difference then from the first half? Is it the standard of the teams you're playing against, or is it just new players coming in, Mark coming back in the coach?
A variety of reasons, Ian. Mark coming back in the coach was one of them. A couple new additions from last season, some experience, because they're quite inexperienced, the squad we started off with. I mean, there's only one left out of 16, a squad of 16, there's one person who was left from last season, that was Dugu, the captain now. And so the combination of those reasons means that we've done really well in the second half. Really
I think
pleased.
speaking to Mark before the game as well, he looked at it, he said he brought a little bit of confidence with a couple of wins. That's more important than anything in this game. Polonia taking a lead now, 3-2.
Kasia Plesinska, super server.
Glad you can see that.
There we go.
Slight overpass
ball.
from Bristol. And put away by Angelique Sergey. You just see they're a lot stronger than last time I saw them when they played Wessex and struggled. They just seem to be a little bit more organised. Serving's still the same though.
And that's surprising for Kasia, you know. She'll be kicking herself about that one, I must say.
That's a perfect ball in from Angelique Sergey there. And Leah Blight comes in with the left hand to win another point for Polonia. Take it to 5-3. Just seem to have options all around their court now. From before there was one or two players hitting, now they seem to have 5 hitters rather than 1 or 2.
Yeah, and we've had a marked improvement as well of the inexperienced players who came this season. Andy Sergey, that's the first time she's played National League volleyball, let alone Super League. Same with Leah Blight.
Yeah. Great block in the middle there from Bristol. Brings the scores to 4-5. Elena Balcerowska has
lovely pass. Oh.
Slight net foul there from Bristol. Giving Polonia another point. See, I would have called a foot fault on that, Frankie. I think
you can see from over here, can you? Really? You can see from over here? Oh, I see outside the service area. Right, okay,
area, yeah.
Right.
Which referees don't really call. Strong blocking from Bristol here. Again, another strong block. Polonia need to find another way to win a point. About 4 or 5 blocks in one rally there from Bristol that basically put Polonia's attack back at them straight away. Fair enough, they picked the ball up, we can't do that all day. One winner there, Angelique Turgey.
That was nice, that was really nice. Nice and confident hit from Angie.
She's done a bit in the front court, she goes back to serve now. With Polonia taking a slight lead, 7-5. Telling Esther Nagy off for playing ball with her son, I think.
Ah, right, yeah.
Even though I had a conversation with referees before the game where they said it was okay to have children behind the bench. I don't think so.
Depends on the child.
Okay, we go into the first timeout. Technical timeout in the first set with Polonia leading 8-5. Okay, you can see we've got a couple of exciting things coming up in London, especially for SideOut, which is a Polonia sponsor, coming in on the 25th, 26th of May. Where's it been based again?
It's at Leighton.
Leytonstone. Basically, the CEV Championships, or first prelim round. It's basically the first road to Tokyo, and it's the first time beach volleyball's been in London since London 2012 Olympics, especially internationally. I mean, obviously there's plenty of beach volleyball around the country and especially in London, but entry to the tournament is free. It's a limited availability on tickets, but tickets will be coming out soon via the website, and all you got to do is go on there, get your tickets and pop along and see some top quality volleyball. Okay, we get back into the game. 8-5, Angelique Sergey serving. And Esther's getting told off for a kid again.
I need room for one ball in this court.
Do you know what we need? We need a creche. Can't see a touch on that, and I see it being quite a way out. So another point to Polonia as they move forward to 9-5. Quite a slow run up on that attack. So with a block that Polonia's got, you wouldn't expect that to trouble him too much. Again, another block from Bristol. Great defence from Bristol.
I'm really enjoying this match, I must say.
If they can pick up on their offence a little bit,
yes,
then we got a game in our hands.
And they're blocking well. I mean, they've picked up the blocks quite well already. It doesn't take them long to get into that, has it, Ian?
You've got to say the Polonia girls have got to start thinking, I know it's all well and good going out and just hitting as hard as possible. Think about where they're hitting. There's space on the court, but it's quite a big block they're coming up against.
They are, yes.
There's a timeout for Bristol called. And we're back into the game now. Still Angelique Sergei serving, with Polonia leading 10-5. That's a massive block from Duga Yetkin John there in the middle, pushing the points to 11-5. You've got me on my own for a bit. Frankie's just left me. Another serve coming. That's a net foul there. You come to think that Bristol are going to have to do things like that to win points, because they're going up against a big block and they're going to have to start doing some different attacking options to win points to get themselves back in the game, losing 6-11 at the moment. That's a good serve from Danny Webb-Porto there. Just to rub their nose in it. That's a great tip straight away again. And it's Katerina Plidinska comes in and gives Bristol a bit of their own medicine. Great effort in the backcourt from Polonia there. Unfortunately, the ball's gone away from them and the point comes back to Bristol again. And we have Lenny Nupka serving. Strong overarm power there. And then Esther Nagy just goes and does what she does all the time and put the ball away. The passing from Polonia has really, really given them the opportunities to get the hitters hitting. You've got to take your hat off to Mark, who's organised the squad to come back in and actually, work together and know each other. At the beginning of the season, they didn't really know each other and it was a struggle. That's 3 or 4 points now that Bristol have picked up hitting down the line. I think that Mark might have to have something to say about that, with Leah might have to just step out a little bit more to combat that. It's a good serve. Katerina Plidinska go back to serve now, with Polonia leading 14-8 in the first set. Oh, I think that one was going well out, but luckily kept in there. Another point, we go to 15-8. That's a great block from Angelique Sergei. Didn't take her eyes off the ball, watch the player coming through. Polonia go into the second technical timeout, 16-8 up. So Frankie, tell me a little bit more about Mamushka, your other sponsors. Obviously based in Waterloo, correct?
Yes, they've just moved there.
Yeah.
back end of last year. Originally at Elephant and Castle, now Waterloo. A really nice venue.
Yeah, I was speaking to Claire beforehand. She said it's really fast service in there. You know, you can get tour groups if you've got a load of people when they go along. So if you're thinking about going to the CEV Beach Volleyball Cup, why don't you pop in a Mamuska on the way? There you go. That's a good plug, isn't it? You get a nice lunch deals for £6 with a special soft opening deal for £5. 5 pieces apparently. And that's the ball coming towards us. So Polonia pushing forward in this set. You can see the strength and depth they got in this squad now. A couple of players come in, make such a difference. You wonder how they would have fared if they would have got into the top half.
I know, we usually talk about that. But Tendring have won apparently, haven't they?
Tendring, fantastic result for them yesterday. Yeah, we're actually really proud of Alex Porter and what he's done there. You know, over the years he's been there all the way through, and they just kept it going. And you know, it's nice to see also they've got a lot of English-based players, English players that are coming through, and it's just great to see a new team coming in.
It is, yeah. I mean, they've been knocking on the door, kind of thing, since they've been in the league. They've always been our banana skin when you go and play them. So they have improved over the years, and the culmination they've won the league. It's nice to see. I see a new team winning.
Do you also wonder with all the clubs out there at the moment? It just seems that they're all based around a university as such.
That's right.
Those clubs with universities are getting stronger and stronger. Obviously, with Polonia, it's a straight out club. Same in the men's team, straight out club. There's no university base there.
Not yet.
And they're still performing. Obviously, the men won the league yesterday. So they're Super League champions for this year. You'd expect it with the squad they've got, but you know, with the ladies, you know, there's no university base here at all, and you know, they pick players up from local league, they pick players up from other teams, obviously left other teams coming to join Polonia. They fight another day, don't they? Still in the top league for next season already, so.
Which is the absolute goal. Which is absolute goal for the season, especially this half season, to stay in this the Super League.
Because we did have a conversation last time I was here when we played Wessex that maybe the best thing for the club was to actually get relegated and reassess what you're doing. But since that game against Wessex, they haven't lost the game.
No, that's right. I mean, it'll be 100% if we win this match. It'll be 100% wins for this part of the season, the second half of the season.
Let's go back to the CEV event at SideOut.
Yeah, I wanted it up, yeah.
We'll go back to the CE event at SideOut hosting in Leighton. You know,
it's the Continental Cup, it's called, isn't it? The Continental Cup?
Yeah. And it is the first road to Tokyo, so I'm sure more details will come out as it gets closer. It's Katerina Plisitska serving.
Oh, twice Kasha, I tell you what.
Point for Bristol, but it's 22-8 to 22-9 to Polonia.
In one set. I'm shocked. I speak to her after this match. Never seen her serve in the net twice in the set.
We've had this before, Frankie. We've had this conversation before. I'm sure she served out last time. Okay, not quite sure why the referee didn't call anything on that, but it's gone out anyway, and it's a net foul. And 3 different faults went on that point, but Polonia get the point. It's 23-9. And it's Esther Nagy going back to serve. That's a great attack there from Bristol with Milena Balcerowska coming in through the middle. And she's won a chance to go back and serve at 10-23 down. Finish the set on a high, I say. Got to be hitting cross court on that rule, 1-on-1. A one-person block there. She's really putting that ball away. The setter's worked really hard to get her the ball. She's got one blocker. She'd really be winning that point. But we're 11-23. She's trying to force her way back into this set. Oh dear, it's not going to happen that way. That's 24-11 set point to Polonia. It's a youngster, Leah Blight, going back to serve to win the set. I mean about a right foot, Frankie, when she serves. Look at it next time.
I will. I'll have a look.
Right, okay. Gone out, and that's handed the actual first set to Polonia. Take a convincing win of 25-11. So yeah, sorry, we were talking about the Continental Cup at Leighton. Basically, England women's team, which they'll be facing France, Belarus, and Northern Ireland. So that'll be Grania Cullerton,
yes.
ex-Polonia lady who
and now president of the Irish volleyball.
Pregnant then, I thought you were saying Grania was pregnant. I think that's a shock to everybody. But yeah, so we've already got the selected pairs for the England team, and that's Vicky Palmer and Jess Grimson, who again played for Wessex here last time I was here. They obviously went to the Commonwealth Games and did successfully over there. And you've also got Ellie Austin and Anaya Evans, who come from deep down in Croy, don't they? Devon Way?
Yes, and they're quite a young pairing, aren't they? Ellie's just out of junior? Is she still a junior?
Late teens maybe, but Anaya's probably about the same. But great to have a couple of youngsters playing.
That's
you know, they're both great players. I remember 20 and 17 apparently. Anaya Evans being 20 and Ellie Austin 17. I remember Ellie 5 years ago playing at the Masters tournament in Sheffield.
That's right, she did, yes. She played. They had like a guest team, didn't we?
We let her play. But she was 12, 13 years old and she still should have got MVP for the whole event. Yeah, she was fantastic back then. But they come through the England talent pathway as well, which is good. So you know, they've obviously got experience playing in CEV, FIVB and NESBA events already. So that's in the junior side of things. Stepping up to the senior level, great opportunity for them. Obviously there's a men's event as well, which we'll tell you about in a moment. Also got two pairings from the men's side as well, which have already been picked out as well, which is Chris Gregory and Issa Batrani. Just saved myself from a ball in the face there. And you got the Bello boys, who they will come up against Switzerland, Armenia and Bulgaria at the same event in Leighton. The Bello boys, both youngsters.
They're twins, aren't they? The twins? They are twins, they're twins, yes.
One's a lot taller.
That's right, yeah, well, not identical.
You never know which one's which. No, I know their dad. But,
they did well when they went to the Commonwealth.
They went to Commonwealth as well.
The Youth Commonwealth Games won the gold there, didn't they?
No, that's the Youth Olympics.
Youth Olympics as well, and they got fifth there. But the Youth Commonwealth, I'm sure they won the gold. I remember watching it on live stream.
You're only 18, both of them. God. Yeah, well, my foray onto the beach this summer, I hope I don't come near any of them. Fifth in the Youth Olympics, yeah, you're right.
There's homework for you, Ian. I mean, do you
need to read my notes, the pre-match notes. Been printed off. Need to read these things before you even sit down. But again, top quality international beach volleyball coming to London again for the first time in 7 years. Just think how the beach tour's sort of progressing, and all these courts keep on popping up all over the country now, don't they?
There's another one in Worthing now that's been resurrected, I think, at the side out of got.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. There's a net foul there on foot.
Ooh, okay. I did question that decision. I'd have a little word.
Not sure about that.
Because I thought the middle was reached way over. Okay, middle of Bristol, number 11.
We don't know the rules, Frankie, come on. That's a really, really good serve there. That's Georgia McGovern, that's a cracking serve. Didn't go any further than a couple of inches over the net and put a lot of spin on it, a lot of movement on it. Put Polonia under a little bit of trouble. It's 2-0 up for Bristol in this set. Again, another good serve. Leah Bright
No,
tripping
I
over
don't know.
herself, I think, there, yeah.
Over some
I don't know.
of your own feet.
I think she fell over her own feet there, I'm not sure.
I think
but,
so. There's nothing in the way. Understand. Bit embarrassed.
she's blaming her shoes. She's blaming her shoes. That's it. Nike, they don't get a sponsorship deal.
Well, it's 3-0 now, isn't it?
3-0 to Bristol.
Server on.
It's still Georgie McGovern serving. And again, wasn't far away. That was not far away at all. So we got Duga coming back into the front court. With Esther coming back to serve at 1-3. Ball's flown out there. There's a point to Polonia. It's 2-3 up. 2-3 down. Sorry,
That's right, but they've done a substitution. Kaleva's on for Kasha.
Yep.
Number 11, captain from last season, Christiana Kaleva.
Strong serve, Nesta Nagy brings points level.
Christiana Kaleva, she started playing a professional volleyball when she was 16, younger than most people, and playing it all the way, which is 37 next birthday. I'm sure she wouldn't thank me for telling everyone that. Sorry?
How old is she?
She will be 37.
37?
Yeah.
37.
Next
Why should not come to Sheffield in September?
I spoke about that. We did speak about that, and it's about the on and off play, because she's still pretty injured.
Yeah.
About the being cold and getting hot again. So unfortunately, she won't make an appearance.
And by the way, starting at 16 doesn't count, Frankie. That's like
professionally at 16.
Oh,
Ian.
professionally, fair.
Yeah. Signing contracts at 16.
I couldn't even get a mobile phone contract when I was 16. So Polonia have taken a slight lead. I'm not sure why we call a timeout at that. 4-3 up, Polonia. I don't know why Bristol would have called a timeout.
It's quite early, isn't it? Yeah.
Not sure he's got massive words of wisdom to change what started the set. So, Esther Nagy serving again. Okay, volleyball's the winner there. Absolutely stonking attack in the middle.
She barely jumped, didn't she? I mean, she got that wrist action.
I know.
She got that wrist action
She's
down.
just a very, very tall player, and Dugu's got her hands full there because she is a very, very tall player. Bristol come back in. They take a very slight advantage now. 5-4. Milena Balcerowska.
Need to keep that ball off the net.
Again on the net.
Yeah, I need to keep it off
You
the
know
net.
full well. Anything that goes near her.
Yeah, absolutely. Way off the net now.
She's going to dominate that net all day if she wants to. So Polonia have really got to get a pass in. That's been called in by the line judge. Oh, we can't have a look at a replay, can we? Don't want to embarrass the line judge with that one. And Leah Blight comes back to serve.
But Leah does hit long. She deliberately hits to the back half of the court, and so.
Great block from Googie, hit from John there. It's a double block. Angelique Sergei started it off. And then Duga comes in with another block. Wonder if Constanza is going to join in the block party.
Well, I reckon that timeout works. What do you reckon? The timeout works. Bristol is 7-6 up.
They're only 4-5 down.
But I mean, the point is they look. The energy looks better.
Milena in the middle for Bristol just had a couple of overpasses where they served harder. The ball's been overpassed and that's gone out. Literally, you can't overpass against this team.
No.
If you overpass, the ball's going down. Mark giving orders to Angelica where to serve. Yeah, and again, it seems to me, I don't know, I'll ask him after the game, but he seems to be putting a lot of pressure on their libero. I know that the libero is not their normal libero for Bristol today, so. She's not 37. It's a nice slide attack there from Dougie Atkinson.
I think that's
really
the first time
well.
Dougie's played middle all season. Dougie, she used to be middle back in the day. Played with us outside. Now she's playing middle today because one of our players got injured yesterday.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yes.
Who got injured yesterday?
Kanika Young, Kiki, I call her. She, a middle player's nightmare. Went over on her ankle. But it's not too bad. Apparently it's a little bruise.
Go away. Getting accosted by the Polonia bench at the moment.
It's a slight bruise. So hopefully she'll be back next season, fully fit.
Yeah. Well, Leah came back from quite a bad injury, didn't she, at the beginning of the season?
That's right. Leah had a bad hand injury, which she got Nevza.
Does it affect her running though with those shoes on? She fell over a minute ago.
Everything's connected, isn't it, Ian? Right, okay.
Something very weird happening here today. There's an outbreak in morale. What's going on? Last time I was here, there's none of this. They're all happy. Why are they all so happy, Frankie?
Well, we're staying up, and it's the last game of the season. It's like, last game of the season, all that hard work has been put into, the last 8-9 months.
Not to say too much to anybody out there, but if anybody's watching a football and give me an update on the Portsmouth score. Sorry,
it started.
I'm not allowed to look at it, am I?
Oh, that started, isn't it?
That's a nice hit there. Setter wasn't out far enough, and her little fingers couldn't stop that going past her.
And I felt that was a deliberate wipe-off. She saw her hands.
Yeah.
I'll use your hands, thank you very much.
Experience, Frankie.
Yes,
that's
absolutely.
What it is. Drop very quickly. Okay, it's a free ball. You know where this is going. Kind of saw that coming.
Pardon?
Kind of saw that coming, that attack there from Esther.
They nearly had it.
There's a free ball and you just, That's a nice thing. And that's a one-person block in the middle from Esther to win another point, put Polonia 11-8 up. Starting to pull away a little bit now. There's no real surprise that Milena Balcerowska is not in the front court, hence the reason why Polonia are pulling away. So 9-11. Slightly out of Esther's reach there to hit, so the point is 10-11. Bristol come back in again. The thing for Birmingham is they've still got a couple of games left. They've got to play, Bristol. They've still got to play Birmingham, and that's obviously going to give you the last team, 9th place team. Whoever wins that game, the winner takes all. Obviously, the loser goes into the playoff, and the winner stays up for another year. Speaking to the Bristol coach beforehand, seems quite confident against that Birmingham game to win that, and so Bristol to stay up for a year. They've only got 8 players with them today, one playing up from the second team.
Yeah, they do have a couple of players missing. I think the Brazilian middle, she's missing.
Yeah. Saying you've got a couple of players working. That's a really good hit there from Gabriela Jaczynski. Let's bring the scores to 12 all. So, and then Milena has come back into the front row, so Bristol back to the strongest front row in Rabbit. And when you have someone like Milena in the front court, what do you not do? Serve out. You make the opposition play the ball. Shot. I know Esther's got the ability to win those points, but you do feel that sometimes you want to ship it out before, maybe give the ball hitters a couple more options to see how they get on, because there's one-on-one out there all the time.
Okay.
They are good four players, that's the thing.
Number 10, their captain, number Gabriela.
Yes. Yeah.
I played with her at Whitfield before.
Did you?
Really nice girl.
See again, Constanza's trying to get the ball out there from there. She's setting the ball from 4 back to 2. Give the 4 hitters something to think about, rather than trying to do too much. You know, 4 hitters are there for a reason.
That's the second time she's done that.
Bristol hand a point to Polonia with a service error. Duke comes running back onto court, take place in the front court again with Esther Nagy going back to serve. Polonia. That's 16-14 going to a technical timeout. Coming back now at 16-14 up to Polonia with Esther Nagy going back to serve again. Last point straight down the line, won the point. You see it going exactly the same place again. There we go. And again, confusion in the Bristol ranks. A good serve down there, pinpointing, putting a lot of pressure on the Bristol player Danny Webb-Porto. Kind of isolated. They put a lot of pressure on the libero so far, but getting her down the line there. Spoke too soon. Service error from Esther. And she goes off. And that's a service ace from Gabriela Jaczynski. And that bring the scores back to 16-17, so 1 point in it in the second set. Bristol. We think that Angelique actually turned her wrist a little bit and went down the line on that. She's got to get a lot more, let's say, out of the actual shot. Now Frankie's turned up with the catering, which is good. That hit the floor.
I hit the floor.
That hit the floor. I don't know why Mark's getting so animated. That clearly hit the floor. The ball didn't move anyway. It just bounced straight up. And a clear point for Bristol. That's not going to help his blood pressure, is it?
Pardon?
That's not going to help his blood pressure.
No.
Called
I
the
thought
time
it
out.
hit the floor myself.
It did hit the floor. Shame we can't replay, but maybe another time.
So, Ian, what are you up to nowadays? What are you up to this season?
I'm commentating here with you, Frankie.
Okay, that's today. I hear you back into National League Volleyball. That's what I hear.
I made an appearance.
Who are you playing for?
I'm playing for Southants in Division 3 South.
Okay.
For my sins. A little bit older than 37. And played the last 6 games of the season. Did quite well. Did okay. Managed to get through games. 2 matches in a day at my age is a little bit hard. But,
yeah, triangles they play, don't they?
Triangles, yeah. So when you play 9 sets in one day, it does hurt. But you know what? MVP's always good to get, aren't they?
It is, it's a good ointment, isn't it? Good liniment for those
Unfortunately,
those
I've got more
muscles.
yellow cards than MVPs. So. I said it a minute ago. Angelique has to learn to hit that line. So Bristol are taking a slight lead here, 21-18. Mark Kontopoulos brings his second timeout in the set. Elena Balczarowska coming back to serve with a 21-18 lead for Bristol. And again, it's quite an important game. If Bristol win this, they've got a very good chance of staying. If not, we'll go to the last game against Birmingham next week. Oh, she's hit the aerial there. Why is the line judge not saying anything? Why is the line judge not putting his hand up?
Agreed, I think, when the sort of first ref put it out and our line judge nodded in agreement. Well, I didn't put his hand up, I don't know.
We should have heard a crack of the flag then, in my book. Polonia just down by 3. Katrina Pizinska serving. Bristol take another point. 2 points away from taking his second set. That'll make it interesting. Mark makes a change, taking off Duga Yetkin John and bringing in Elisa McDonald. Serving specialist, Frankie?
She is, yeah, very tough server. Yeah. Really tough server. She's giving herself some space at the back though, because she looks like she has at the moment.
That did move. And think, where'd he go on with that one? Where's the point gone there?
Set point Birmingham.
Oh, I didn't think it went over there. I didn't think there was any block in it at all. So we got a set point for Bristol.
Yeah. Sorry, Bristol, you're absolutely right.
And you got Danny Red Porto going back to serve. Been quite strong through the game so far. That's well left. That's a good call. Katerina Pulinski giving a great call there.
Connie's a good server, so he needs a decent serve from her.
Okay, that's a strong front court now. We've got our biggest front court for Polonia. Just need a couple of serves, a couple of blocks. Or Bristol take the point with a good cross-court hit. We go 1-1 in this Super League game today. Come back into the third set. One set all so far, and my general consensus is so far Polonia started off fantastically well, but then just the size of the block for Bristol, although only really two really tall players, they seem to be getting hands on everything.
They have. And they started well getting hands on everything. I mean, from the first set, 6-8 points into the set, they were getting hands on. That's really quick, isn't it? Really, do you get the measure of your outside player so quickly? So
as I said, the outside players have got to start upping their game a little bit and actually start thinking about where they're winning points. You look at the front court that Polonia have got at the moment. It's an exceptional front court. So both of your serve, put pressure on them. Yeah, that's how the first set started. It's a good middle block from Nagy, taking it 1-0 for Polonia. That's a very, very slight lead straight away in the third set for Polonia, 2-0. Constanza Rossi going back to serve again. That's a good pick-up. And that was Frankie showing a remarkable backcourt prowess by stopping the ball hitting me. You haven't lost it, Frankie, have you?
No, always blocking everything. Wherever I am, blocking. In the blood.
That's a really strong serve. It's Georgia McGovern with a really
Number
strong
8.
floating serve there. Of course, he goes a little bit long.
That was close.
Wide on that.
Nice server though, and young.
He's very young. She's a young player. I was speaking to Matthew Bell, the Bristol coach, before the game. He was saying that a couple of their players are working today. Obviously, a couple can't make it. They're down to 8 players, bringing 1 player up from the second team. This time in the season, you really want your full squad to finish the games off, don't you?
You do, especially when you're in such a position of, to be relegated.
Whilst Polonia have obviously, in my book, brought 3 or 4 players in from where I last saw them play. Strengthen the side. Bristol have obviously gone through the season with the same players. That's Bristol's captain, Gabriela Jaczynski, who's serving long there. I think you've got to serve hard when you've got the offence that Polonia's got. You've got to put pressure on the Polonia defence in the passing unit.
You can't give free balls as a serve.
Like this. Just slightly out, but as I said earlier on, that line ball's there to hit. They've just got to shore it up a little bit, get a little bit more quality on there. There's points to win. I'll tell you, if Mark ever needs another libero, Frankie, you're in for this.
You know what? I just played back in the day when we didn't have a libero. That's how old I am. If anyone ever remembers them.
They used to play up to 15 when I started.
Exactly. Rally, was it not points?
No, you had to have the serve
points
to win a point.
On the serve, yes.
Wasn't allowed to touch the net, not allowed to kick it. These lot don't know
I
how
still
lucky
don't
they
agree
are.
with the kicking part, I must say.
They're lucky this lot. They got it easy. Right, now let's have a look at Leah's foot here. See what you think. To me, it's outside the area.
Yeah. She's staying close to the window.
Which, in theory, the line judge should be picking up on, and also the referee on that side should really be seeing that. Obviously, if she's serving up over this side, different line judge on the other side of the court, but this line judge should be picking up on that. She's listening though. She just came right in court. So we have a 6-7 scoreline in the third set. And it's Danila Gasparini coming back to serve. And Sarah takes it to 8-6 to Polonia in the third set. So what? You're not making any tournaments in the summer, Frankie?
No, I'm going a bit of travelling.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So what's brought the travelling on? Where are you off to?
I'm going camping Europe.
Camping? You're not
Yes,
a camping
I
woman.
do. I love camping.
Okay.
Take my little tent out. Well, my huge mansion of a tent actually,
Right.
but for the tent. Go around. Well, we're going Croatia. I want to go to Croatia,
Right,
that side of
okay.
Europe.
Okay.
Hopefully I can get back in.
Are you driving it all?
Yes.
Wow.
A bit worrying.
Okay. That's a big. What's this midlife crisis, Frankie? I hate to say it, but what's going on there?
I've got the time now. I've retired.
Retired?
Yes.
What? 42? I can say that Frankie is not 42. I remember her last birthday. So it's 8-6 to Polonia. It's a good pick up from Leah Blight there. Unfortunate hitting error. Everybody in the sports hall wants a touch other than Bristol, and they're not getting one, unfortunately, because I don't think they got anywhere near the block.
No, and Clay was trying to hit over the block, but she's not hitting over and in, is she? Well, she acknowledged that the block is high, the block is strong, she acknowledged that, but...
So why don't you go down the line and try and win a point down there? I don't know. Unfortunate there for Georgia McGovern. It's a good idea. Really good idea that quickly with the second ball, but unfortunately put the ball into the net, giving Polonia a 9-7 lead. And Douglas Yetkin-John has gone back to serve. Basically a couple of runner points here, so again putting pressure on the Bristol libero. You can see why they're having problems through four, because George McGovern's not exactly short. And you got Lenny Knupka as well. Both big, tall girls, and at the end of the day, it does make it difficult. So again, the ball has to come in. Then you've got the likes of Esther and Douglas who's going to draw that block away from the four places. You get a free hit. But at the moment, it's not happening. Bristol is starting to block again. Unfortunate hitting error there. It was unfortunate. That's Danny Webb-Porto. Giving Polonia 11-7 lead. Duga still going back to serve. Again, ball on the set. Oh, on the libero.
Bound to work one day, wasn't it? Bound to work one day with, the little sneaky second touches over. That was a nice one to play on, wasn't it, really?
Yeah, definitely. But as I said, all you need is Polonia to win a couple of points, give them a little bit of a lead, and now it's basically a side-out game. The service out.
Oh, okay.
second time Gabriella's done that. She's trying to hit the ball too steeply rather than hit the back of the court. I think she had a ball there and hit down the line. She could have done a little bit more with it. That's a great attack from Bristol. Straight from the middle of the Polonia block.
Yeah. Part in the Red Sea, that one, wasn't it?
And that brings the scores to 9-13. Georgia McGovern coming back to serve. Again, turn of the wrist wins a point for Polonia.
That was a nice hit, 'cause it was quite short as well.
Yep.
And she got it down the line.
You got to say, I'm really impressed with the Bristol setter. You know, she's only a young girl, but she's come in, she's got a lot of pressure on her, taking it all in her stride. And she's actually running the game for Bristol. And it's good
She's
to
running
see.
the game, it's nice.
Right. Good hit from Leah Blight there. It's not flowing, is it?
Not yet. It's a bit messy at this
flowing.
middle section. But Polonia got a cushion, which I'm more than happy about. Especially as it's 1-all in the sets at the moment.
Yeah, you can't block with your elbows, can you? Unfortunately. A nice hit there. Winning another point for Bristol, bringing the scores to 10-15. So we go into the next second technical timeout, the third set, 16-10 to Polonia. So yeah, so coming up, obviously Bristol are well known for running the biggest tournament in the country, which is Whitfield, which is coming up in I think it's the 19th of July.
You going in?
You're probably swanning it somewhere nice.
Yeah, I'll be in my tent. What, you bringing a team up there,
I have got a team. I have a team of Masters players all going along. I won't say what their ages are, but there are some elderly players. And let's just say that we go along every year. I think this is my 36th year.
Really?
Whitfield. No, it can't be that many. No, 34, something like that.
Wow, Whitfield been going on that long.
Oh, Whitfield's been going on for 40 odd. Yeah, but this is about the 34th year of Whitfield for me. They still make me pay. They don't give me any awards.
No discounts,
like
no discounts
no
after
discounts.
like
I don't
10
even
or
get a free
20 years
t-shirt.
service.
No, they just take my money and then just make me ache all weekend, to be honest. It's a great event. It's outdoors all weekend. I think it's something like 100 courts or something like that, something stupid.
And it's a new venue, isn't it? And how's that going? You've been there for a few years now.
It's not Bath. It's not Bath. You know, Bath, when it was held at Bath Recreation Ground, right in the centre of the city centre, it was fantastic. But this is just outside South Bristol, but it means it's more contained for everybody. So it's in one place. Let's get back to the game, shall we? Nice reach from Leah. What's she going to call? What's she going to call the net foul? Net foul to give Polonia a point of 17-10. Like I said, a couple of points for Polonia would help. They were, if I believe, 8-7 in the first technical timeout. Now look at it. That's the kind of sort of points you need to win a set. Again, line serve from Estoneri. And again, Georgia McGovern dictating the run of play.
Just break up that serve.
Yep. Trying everything. Elena Balsarowska's serve. Unfortunately, comes in with a service error to give Polonia quite a good lead into this third set. You do question what happened in the second set to Polonia now, after this, the way this is going. And Elisa McDonald comes on. She's coming on the front court. Going through 4. So what was happening to Polonia in the last set is now happening to Bristol with the overpasses. And Dugu come in there with the overpass, puts the ball away.
You have to keep it off the net for the assessors. That's doing really well anyway. Just keep it off the net for her.
Oh, yeah.
Give some options.
Okay. Not sure that came out of the fingers, but it's a point to Bristol. What would you have called it?
Well, I've called it. Well, I've seen them try it before and look clean. You know, I mean, I've been seeing this sort of thing happen all season, Ian. So, and refs are having it. And so, who are we? Hey, who are we?
Level 2 qualified referee. I think I would have called it, Frankie, to be honest. That's what I just said. It's Elisa McDonald going back to serve at 21-12 to play. That's a good serve. Straight on the libero again. Yes. See, if she's called a carry, that's fine. I agree with that. Totally agree with that call by the referee. Tip of the hat. 22-12. We go into a timeout for Bristol. 22-12 to Polonia. So there's apparently the men won their league yesterday with a 3-2 victory over Wessex.
Wessex,
in
a bit of a banana skin.
A bit of a close one. I didn't go to that one. Did you go along to the game?
No, I didn't. We were in Birmingham playing, but
of course you were. Yeah, 3-0 victory in Birmingham yesterday. Yeah. And obviously with the men winning that, they've won the league and they've got their one game left, haven't they? Is that it?
One game, yes.
With certain individuals coming along to play one match for them, which will be interesting to see. We've got a very well-known Brazilian turning up for IBB Polonia on the 14th of April at Crystal Palace. It's Giba, a Brazilian captain for many Olympics, won Worlds. Basically one of the top 10 players of all time, turning up to play in London.
I know. For little old England's team, eh?
Huh?
Oh, a humble old English team.
That's a great block from Dugu and John to give Polonia near enough an unassailable lead. What are we, 23-12? Yeah, well, you know, he doesn't want to wear my shirt number, that's the thing. He's wearing number 7. I said he should wear 15, but he doesn't want to.
You would have been happy to give that one, would you, Ian?
He wouldn't have got in the first 6 when I was there, Frankie. A little bit of confusion for Bristol there on the block, and it's set point to take a 2-1 lead to Polonia. Unfortunate service error there. We basically
one of the
take
cardinal
about
sins,
13,
I would
24.
say, serving Ian.
Don't
Set point.
Don't want to say too much, Frankie. You said she was a specialist server, and it's come back to bite you on the backside. And that wraps up that set for Polonia. They take the set 25-13 with a really strong attack from Dugu and John. Back to normal then, after losing the second set. So we come back into the fourth set with Polonia with a 2-1 lead in their last game of the season. Guaranteed to stay up in the Super League for next season. Gives Mark a whole summer to basically regroup, get some players in, maybe do a bit of training. But knowing Mark will spend most of it on the beach. Where SideOut has really put themselves at the forefront of the beach scene in this country now, with tournaments all over the place. They've got events all over the place. They've got courts all over the place. It's great to see. Just wonder where he got the name SideOut from. That's service error there for Bristol, and it's 1-0 to Polonia. And Constanza Rossi comes back. See, I would have called a 2-touch on that. Bang. That's when you hit cross court. That's when you hit cross court, when the balls come in, the middle's stuck in the middle, and then you got a ball out the full where the block's not got out there. That's when you go power cross court. Not when it's a difficult set for Constanza to get out there.
Right.
Don't go power cross court because there's a massive block there. There's a time and a place for it.
Get those changes on this set, Ian.
Sorry?
Angelique Serge is on for Luciana Kaleva.
Yep. That's the only change, isn't it? So you say about Jiba being the, let's say, new recruit for Polonia for one game and the best signing ever in English volleyball.
Isn't it?
Is it? I don't know. I think, personally, I think Esther and Australia coming back in has been a much bigger signing for Polonia club as a whole. You know, they've come in and revitalised the team a little bit, given a little bit of stability, and you can see the results coming. What's one player coming across is fantastic for the British game, fantastic for sort of the marketing Polonia men. But these girls have actually put these girls back in the mix again, and that makes it more important to me. I think they're much bigger signings. That's a good serve from Constanza there. Polonia take a 4-0 lead as we move into basically, hopefully, the last set of the season. I think Bristol might have a bit of a moan about that one, but personally I actually thought there was a block decision there, and I thought there was a block there.
Yeah, I thought that was.
We'll say that anyway. Commentator's eye. Again, a good strong serve towards Bristol Libero. Just dropped out there. Unfortunately from Danila Gasparini. That's a substitution now. And Danny Webb-Porto comes back in. Strong middle attack there from Esther Nagy.
Different libero now. Maya Wright, number 6.
Yeah.
Maya Wright is actually going to, they're reforming the England women's team, aren't they? We've seen that applications. Yeah. Maya's going to try out for a libero.
Fantastic. That's with Maria Patelli, isn't it? It's taken over right. There, yeah. 2012 Libero, Maria, so obviously if anybody's going to teach her and Maya's going to get any tips, that's definitely the person to get it off. Fantastic player in the day, Maria Patelli. Such
an energetic player as well, played against her many years ago. No matter what position she's playing, she brings energy to the team, she just goes all out.
Yeah.
Love it. Played for Mallory, didn't she?
She did very much. Yeah, she's a very good player. Also a very good footballer.
That too,
I think
talented.
Charlton, I think. Somewhere like that.
Yeah, a bit jealous there. Too talented.
I could have made it as a footballer, Frankie.
I heard you were a good tennis player, Ian. You know.
Mrs. Summersell and me, we did enter one tournament not so long ago, and we realised we were about 30 years older than the next player. Unfortunately, Claire decided this is not going to go well.
Cardinal sin.
We still enjoyed
Get
it.
back
though.
on from a side out. Put the ball in. Anyhow, yes.
Yeah, we still
Tennis.
enjoyed it though.
But Ian, weren't you like a county player? You know.
As a kid, yeah. But then
Okay.
I basically volleyball came into my life a little bit too much. Strong serve from Katerina Plidinska there. See, that kind of communication between Constanza and Esther is going to win points all day long, no matter who you play against. Whether it's this team they're playing against today or even Durham, even Mallory, some of the top teams. You'll still win points. Elena Balcerowska to serve for Bristol, and they're 2-10 down in this fourth set. And she gets a point for her wares. I'm not sure she quite hit it the way she wanted to, but she still comes back with a point. So 3-10. No, absolutely not. I saw that going out. And that's first referee says yes, well done. I'm going to have a replay on that one tonight when I get home.
I think that was in. It looked too short to be in. Yeah.
Okay. Couple of errors coming in for Polonia now. They think they've got it in the bag already, I reckon. But
That's right.
they need to focus back in again.
Stop thinking that sort of way, because you're not going to win the match by standing there.
They need to get their focus back rather than worrying about whether Portsmouth are winning at Wembley or not. But Frankie hasn't checked for me for a while. So that's the service error, and it's 11-5 to Polonia. Intelligent hit from Angelica there. Again, the hands are there to hit them. Just say the ball out of play. That's a point. It's 12-5. That's a strong serve from Esther. Comes off the arm of the Bristol defender. Another point in the bag. 13-5. Bristol coming up with a big point through 4. And I believe that's, I'm going to try and get this right, Anna Lott Nieuwenhuis, who's come up from the second team. She's done herself proud today. Definitely not looked out of place here at all. Although there she should be aware of the actual attack from Dugia there and step in and try and help out the block. Leah Blight coming back to serve with Polonia 14-6 up in the fourth set. That's a long way out. 15-6 coming into the second technical timeout in the fourth set. Again, they get their focus back for a couple of minutes. Polonia start getting a couple of points. That's all it needs.
She loves that shot, doesn't
again,
she?
doesn't
She loves that shot.
Hannah come up with another one straight down the line there. She's got that down to a T.
She has. It's something you don't expect either, is it? You know, if your hands open, your tip's going to be in front, not that it's going to be pushed right to the deep. Especially, you need a bit of strength to get that.
You've got to ask why she has to do it, though.
That was way in.
That dropped very suddenly. Yeah, you've got to ask why she's got to do that to try and win a point. Why, personally.
Well, it's winning her points, isn't it?
It should be counteracted, really, shouldn't it? Polonia should be stepping up and knowing what they're doing. And that's it. That's the second technical timeout in the fourth set. Polonia leading by 16-8 and 2 sets to 1. So next time I see you then, Frankie, we'll be in Sheffield.
Yes, the Masters. You know what? I'm coming back early for my holidays for that. You realise that? I could be staying in Europe, for the summer, especially the Indian summer as it is now. But no, I'm coming back, playing that great.
How many years is that now?
Oh, I've missed the first one. And so how long have you been doing it?
2012 was the first one.
You founded it, and so what made you do it in the first place? What made you?
I got fed up at Richmond. I was at a Richmond tournament on a Saturday morning. After spending too much time in the bar on a Friday night, I turned up on a Sunday morning, it was, and there was all these 6'5" youngsters running around hitting the ball with hangovers like me, and I got beaten every single game I played, and I thought, this isn't fair, let's just level it up and get everybody the same age. So tournament now for over 40s, although I've got a big birthday next year, might have to put the age up.
No, I love that tournament. I'll tell you why I really love it, because it's one day. And so you play all out.
It's enough.
One day, you don't have to wake up the next morning, oh my goodness, my bones, get me out of bed to play another day of volleyball.
Yeah. Well, we got players that are 70-year-olds.
Yeah.
Bobby Smith, 70 years old, ex-England captain. I won't say the ages of some of the ladies that come, but we got some players in their 60s that come along and still perform. And
I was amazed when I first went to the tournament. Like Nancy Dome.
She's back this year, Dr. D.
Lisa Malarkey, they're playing such quality volleyball. Play it once a year probably.
Yeah.
They
just turn up for that.
It's hilarious that you can always smell the deep heat the first day.
The deep heat and then the Belgian lager later on in the day. That's
right, yes, right at the back of their van. Yes, enjoyable.
So Duga get King John with a serve. Polonia in a very strong position in this set. That's a good block. Oh. Look of despair from Esther there.
Yeah,
what went wrong? What happened?
Yeah. You push it back out to her players to play it.
That's a nice hit. Katerina Plazinska, nice hit in between the block. Bringing us up to 18-11. Constanza Rossi going back to serve. Relatively convincing performance at the moment, having a little glitch in the second set.
Return to sender, that wasn't it?
Why didn't she do that a minute ago? It's 19-11 now. Who's coming off? Katerina Brzezinska's going off. And Elisa McDonald comes on through 4. I think Maria might have a word about that with Maya, just going in behind the block there. And the second referee, Pete Parsons, calls for a net foul to give Polonia now a 2012 lead. 2012, that was the last time international beach volleyball was in London. And funny enough, there's a little link there, Frankie. It's coming back in May for the Continental Cup on the 25th, 26th in Leighton.
East
Sponsored
London.
by SideOut.
It's the bank holiday weekend.
The week before my birthday as well. Another good combination from Rossi and Nagy. Takes Polonia 21-12. Fourth set. Reckon about 5 minutes left of this season to go, Frankie. What do you reckon?
Yeah, 5 minutes. Wow, after all that.
How much left in the football, we don't know.
I
She's
thought
not
it
looking
finished.
for me. Ada McGeady, I don't like you anymore. Right, that's it. That's when the power has to come in. That's a good block from Leah Blight there. Just shutting the game out for Polonia. 22-12. You got to say, keep this squad together. Maybe recruit 1 or 2 next season. They're looking strong. You know, if the Volleyball England decide to keep it on this format, you would say that Polonia have got to be looking at the top 5 place.
Without a doubt. But this format, I'm not too happy
I don't
about
like
it.
it.
No, I don't
No,
like it
not
at
a
all.
fan. And also with all the stuff with the Home Office recently, it's made a farce of the whole season.
I mean, it has, hasn't it? Yeah.
But I was speaking to Matthew, the Bristol coach, and apparently that's been all allowed now. As long as it's not a professional sport, you're allowed to play. So you have to question if you had to play games without those players that were banned from the Home Office. You know, is that fair on those players? Is that fair on those teams to now change it back to say you can play with them?
And especially mid-season, it's either, I mean, it's difficult. Maybe Volleyball England should have been a bit stronger and said, like, we're halfway through a season.
Exactly.
Give us some clemency, you know, give us some grace.
Yeah, it
Decide
just
to
made
figure
an
out how
absolute
to-
fuss.
to-
Okay, we got
to do.
set, match, and world domination point from Esther. That's the last serve. Is this it? Is this the last one of the day? That's gone. That's out. That's a convincing win for Polonia. 25-13 in the 4th set in the end, winning the game 3-1. That's the season over. They finished, what, 7th in the league?
7th, yes.
7th out of 9. So all in all, a disappointing start to the season, fantastic end to the season. You know, 100% since Christmas, I believe.
Yes.
And the second half of the season's been fantastic for them. Well done to Mark and the girls for coming back and actually putting themselves back in the mix, as I said. Good luck to Bristol and Birmingham next week, whoever wins that one. You know, we'll be seeing them definitely next year. If not, the other ones will go into a playoff. I don't know who's second in Division 2, who will play against them, but I'm sure whoever it is, that'll be a good match-up. And may the best team win.